Good morning, everybody. This is Lee Phillips' Journey of Truth. We're going to be giving y'all a weather and traffic update here in Loganville, Georgia. I'm putting my gloves on before I go outside because it's cold out there this morning. We're going to take a look and see what the conditions are. And yes, it is cold. Woo, that cold breath hits that airway. It's cold. Alright, so it is 6 o'clock a.m. Wednesday morning, January the 22nd. We had a small little snow yesterday, which ended up turning to ice. So we're going to see if anybody's out here on the roads this morning, see what the roads look like, and I can tell you, everything looks the same as it did. You can see my footprints in the snow from yesterday evening. This is our main street downtown. So maybe some of y'all watch shows like Ice Road Truckers. So as long as this stays froze solid, you can drive on it, but it's not recommended. This is slippery out here. I mean, this is slippery. But you can drive on ice if you know how to drive on ice. A little bit hard to catch my breath right now, just walking straight out. So give me just a second. I'll step out here and feel this road. It is a little bit slushy right in the tire tracks, but everything else is froze. Now, I saw a post this morning right down the road down here, and go down and take a left, Sharon Church Road, where there was over 100 cars stranded on Sharon Church Road yesterday evening and last night. I hope all those folks made it to a warm place. They said a lot of the vehicles are still there. But I'm gonna tell you, I ain't interested in doing no 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile walk this morning. I'm gonna give y'all a quick look out here. Take a look at the vehicles and see how they're doing. We're gonna come up here to my favorite spot that's away from the sidewalk and roadway. Do a little adjusting on my tripod here. Gotta find my location where it won't fall down. It just don't want to sit right. There we go. That's better. So that hill right here with the vehicles coming up, that usually ices over, and it's got ice on it now, but I didn't hear the other car's tires spinning. Folks, my recommendation, if you ain't got to get out, don't get out. The main part of roads, on the main roads, you might be able to drive on, but all of these side roads that have not been able to be gotten to, you're just a solid sheet of ice. So that truck was in a hurry. He went into the turning lane to turn to the left from that direction to go around this vehicle that he didn't feel like sitting behind and waiting on. Not good driving habits, folks. Just because you don't want to wait on somebody, it doesn't matter that nobody is out here. There could be that one car you don't see out of the corner of your eye that is coming. And I don't know nowhere in the laws that says that you can move left into a turning lane to go around a vehicle to make a right-hand turn. Ridiculous, the thoughts that go in people's heads sometimes. Oh, there's nobody out there. That's what they all say until it happens. And it being that one thing that they don't expect, that they think that they're immune from. Because, oh, they're ruler of the road, they know how to drive. Most ridiculous statement made by anybody. Oh, I know how to drive. Even the most experienced drivers have enough sense to know when to stay off of the road. Even the most experienced drivers still have accidents. Because you cannot fight the laws of physics. If you have no traction, you have no braking power. If you have no braking power, you can't stop. Your momentum will take you wherever the direction of the weight of the vehicle is going. Doesn't matter which way you steer your tires, the weight of the vehicle in the moment that it loses control is the direction that your vehicle is going to go. With friction and gravity, we keep things pulled in and tight. But when you have ice on the road, that restricts the ability of gravity to create friction between the tires and the pavement. The weight of the vehicle through gravity no longer holds the tires in a position on the pavement where they can get grip and have control. Then centrifugal force takes over and the weight is dispersed outward in the direction that the force is traveling. No, I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night, and no, I'm not a rocket scientist. But you know what? Even with the smallest bit of education, a man with common sense knows. Now, I got a little bit more than a little bit of education. I've got a lot more than a little bit of education. But I said that to make my point. Don't take an educated man, it just takes a man with common sense. If you ever grew up on a dirt road and you drove that dirt road when it was muddy here in Georgia, one thing we can tell you about muddy dirt roads: red clay is slippery. It is just like driving on ice. So if you know how to drive on the muddy dirt roads, you have a better chance of driving in conditions like these, because you know you go slow and you just keep your momentum. One of the problems we used to have driving on the muddy dirt roads is when there was a puddle that come up, usually the puddles were deep because trucks would dig them out and they'd be, you know, full of water. What most folks would call bogging nowadays. This was just our regular dirt roads back then, though. So people would go into the water too fast, and the water would push up in the grill and on the hood, and well, guess what? That's in the engine compartment too. And then you get water around your distributor. You get water up in your intake. Well, you're done then. You're not going to move no more. Your truck's going to be stuck in the water, or your car. But I would take my old Oldsmobile car and I'd go through the same mud holes that the trucks couldn't go through, because I knew you ease in to the water with just a small amount of speed, and then you carry yourself through with a small amount of speed, and you don't create no wave, and the wave don't come back and flood up in the engine compartment like if you hit the water real hard. So things in everyday living gave a lot of folks common sense that they can use throughout their life. And this is one of those times. Use common sense. If it's not an emergency that you get out today, don't take the chance. You could be the one that car goes out of control and you end up sliding in a ditch, or worse off, you end up hitting another vehicle and having a big impact that causes you to have to go to the hospital. You don't want to do that. So we're coming up on about 15 minutes that I've been outside. Now, yesterday I did a couple of videos. I was outside for about an hour and I had no problem. I never got cold except for my fingertips a little bit. And I'm dressed up the exact same way this morning, and I'm gonna tell you, there ain't no wind blowing, but the air on my face, my cheeks, around my eyes, and I'm bundled up really good, and I got on my Mad Bomber hat with my dog ears that come down on my ears and all, and it's cold out here. 15 minutes and I am starting to feel the effects of the cold on my skin, actually. So I'm going to go and post this video. Maybe some of y'all see it and stay home today and not take the chance, and maybe it'll be a life saved. Y'all remember, be safe out there. Be good to one another. Do something kind for someone today, and y'all have a blessed day.